Hi guys, today we're going to be playing this more or less game. The link's in the description if you want to play too. How to play is that you try to guess which country is bigger. Let's start. Okay, I didn't know that Philippines was that small. Botswana, I'd say probably bigger. Okay, yep, double. My goal is to get to about 50. Egypt, I think that's 1,000,000 kilometers squared. Yeah, just over. Yemen gotta be small, it's not in Africa. Angola's in Africa, so I'm gonna say it's bigger. African countries are a lot bigger than expected, and Europe countries are a lot smaller than expected. South American ones are also quite big. Angola's probably bigger, yep, over 1,000,000. Western Sahara, that's also in Africa, but it's smaller than Morocco, so probably about 5 times smaller. Yeah, way smaller. French Guiana is very tiny, but it is in South America. Yeah, it's quite tiny, I'm just gonna say it's smaller. Yep, 80,000. Greece, French Guiana is so small, but Greece is in Europe, so that's quite hard to decide. But what I do know is that Greece is probably larger. It looks a lot bigger. I'd say it's about over 100. Yep. Thailand, that's way higher than Greece. Peru, now that's one of the big ones in South America. That's gonna be double times. Yeah, it's quite big. Vietnam's gonna be smaller. Solomon Islands, that's in Oceania, that's 28,000. Okay, yeah, I was quite close. Switzerland must be bigger. 40? Yeah. Hungary gotta be bigger than Switzerland. Yep, double times. Colombia is way bigger than Hungary. It's in South America. Ecuador is also in South America, but on a map it's a lot smaller than Colombia, so yeah. Oh no. United Kingdom. I feel like that's also 276. I'm gonna go smaller. Okay, it was smaller by 20,000. Phew. Panama, those Caribbean and Central American countries, they're quite small, so I'll say it's smaller. Yep. Brazil gotta be way bigger, so next one's, yep, it's smaller. Next one, Guyana, it's in South America, I'm gonna say it's a bit bigger than Iceland. Double times. Morocco is in Africa, looks quite a lot bigger, but it's probably only a tiny bit more bigger. Okay, every time I think it is like only a tiny bit bigger or smaller, it's like double times smaller or double times bigger for some reason. Congo, if you're talking about the Democratic Republic of Congo, then that's gonna be 2,000,000, I'd say, but Congo is probably smaller than Morocco. Yeah, 300. Iraq, I feel like it's smaller, but again, it's a lot bigger than I expect, so I'll just try to go bigger. Okay, it's bigger. United Arab Emirates must be smaller. Denmark, it's in Europe, so smaller. Benin, oh no. Benin is Africa, but Benin is very small for Africa. I'm gonna say it's bigger because Denmark is also a small country in Europe. Okay, I should have known it was triple times bigger. South Korea, I think that's like 80 or 100. So that's smaller. Okay, it was 100. Honduras, oh no. I feel like it's a lot bigger than I think. Panama is like 75% of Honduras. So maybe bigger. Okay, good. Burundi is in Africa. It's one of the smallest countries in Africa. Smaller. Yep. Costa Rica, that's in Central America. There's not that many that's less than 27,000 in here, so bigger. Yep. Nicaragua, it's way bigger. They're right next to each other. Ireland, all the European countries are quite small, but Nicaragua, gonna say Ireland smaller. Okay, it's a lot smaller. Belarus is way bigger. Yep, Italy is 300. Yep, Mali, over 1 million, so way bigger. Yep. Slovakia, way smaller. Totally smaller. Mozambique's in Africa, bigger. Syria is not in Africa, so probably smaller. Croatia is in Europe, so smaller, I'd say. Georgia. Okay, now that's a hard one. Gonna say smaller. No, 69,000. We are 11 away from 50. I'm just gonna skip till I get to 39. I'm just gonna say smaller or bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. Smaller. Okay, well, I already failed. Sweden's bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Again. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Bigger. Smaller. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. 23. This time I am gonna start saying stuff until I get to 23. Smaller. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger. Okay, we're at 23. French Guiana is way smaller. Burkina Faso is in Africa, bigger. Uganda is also in Africa. I think we already saw the number, but didn't really pay too much attention. It was also in the 200,000s. I'm gonna say it's smaller than 272. Okay, I was right. Ecuador was a bit bigger, right? Yeah. Tanzania is way bigger. Lesotho was one of the smallest countries in Africa. Kyrgyzstan is 199. Belarus is bigger. Okay, yeah, bigger. Azerbaijan's way smaller. It's one of those countries like Georgia, and Georgia's 69. I never knew that Azerbaijan was bigger than Georgia. Well, anyway, Greenland is 2 million. So much bigger. Vietnam is like 300,000, way smaller. Rwanda is one of those small countries in Africa. Sudan is way bigger. It's in Africa, nearly 2 million. But Canada is the second largest country, 9.9. Yes, nearly 10 million kilometers squared. Guyana is 100, 200. A lot smaller though. I don't know, I was not thinking about that. Anyway, Romania, I feel like is also 214,000. I'm gonna go smaller. No. We've got 39, we've got 38. Will we be able to make it to 50? I'm not gonna say anything until 39. Except for bigger and smaller. Bigger. Bigger. Smaller. Smaller. Bigger. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. 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 Bigger. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. Smaller. Bigger. 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 Smaller. Bigger. Bigger. Smaller. Smaller. Bigger. smaller, 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 bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. Okay, we're at 39. Niger. It's in Africa. It's one of the big countries in Africa, biggish. It's over 1 million. Yep. Yemen, it's 527, I think. Yeah, I remember it. Greenland's way bigger. It's over 2 million. Why did I press smaller? Okay, that was a terrible fail. Go back to 41. I'm just gonna say bigger and smaller. Bigger, smaller, big, smaller, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, smaller, smaller. Damn it. 9. Bigger, bigger, smaller, smaller, bigger, bigger, smaller, 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 bigger, bigger, smaller, 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 bigger, 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 smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, bigger, smaller, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, 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 bigger, smaller, smaller, bigger. Okay, we're at 41. Ghana's in Africa. Hope it's bigger. Okay, yep, just bigger. Uzbekistan. It's about 500, I'll guess. Yep, close. Laos has got to be smaller. Portugal is in Europe, so smaller. Bangladesh is bigger, I think. Yeah, it's non-Europe. Liberia, I think it's 111,000 kilometers. Yep, so it's smaller. Cambodia, I think that was 181 that we saw. Yep. Hungary is gotta be smaller. Yep. Turkey is bigger. Then we'll get to 50. Yes, we made it to 50. So, Yemen, smaller. Sudan, bigger. Canada is way bigger. Botswana, smaller. Paraguay, smaller. Japan, smaller. Rwanda, smaller. Egypt, bigger. Czechia, smaller. Liberia, bigger. Senegal, smaller. Chad, bigger. Nigeria, smaller. Denmark, smaller. Tajikistan, bigger. Burkina Faso, bigger. Turkmenistan, bigger. Dominican Republic, smaller. Kazakhstan, bigger. We're at 69. Kenya, smaller. Okay, now we're at 70. Try to get 75, I guess. Honduras is in Central America, smaller. Sri Lanka. Okay, this could be the end. I'm gonna go bigger because it's quite close to the equator. Okay, I was wrong, but 71 is good. Well, thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe.